Hey, Dexter here. Just watched a video.
Hi, Sister Sunshine here. Welcome back to my video blog. So,
Sister Sunshine, called Big Brother is Watching. She starts out the video talking about the mark of the beast. You would worship the beast, take the mark in order to buy and sell. She talks as if that's fixing to happen soon in our future, and then she goes on to start talking about these new innovative developments for iris scanning and DNA profiling and fingerprinting, to say that basically what she's saying, this is the mark of the beast that's fixing to happen. A little history lesson for Sister Sunshine. In that first century, Nero, who was known by many during that time, and I'm talking thousands of people, as the beast. He had a hard time identifying who these Christians were. So when they would come to the marketplace, Rome ruled over such a large area, including Jerusalem. When people would come to the marketplace, and these Roman rulers saw themselves as God. They wanted to be worshipped as gods. And Nero knew the Christians would not worship him. So when you would go to the marketplace, the Roman soldiers would give you a writ that read that Nero was God and that you worshipped him, and you had to sign off on this in order to buy and sell in the marketplace, and you kept this with you. When you went to the marketplace, you used it. If the Roman soldiers checked you and you did not have it, you were identified as Christian. That was taking the mark of the beast. Revelations, many times through there, says these are things that must shortly take place, was soon to happen, was at hand. People like Sister Sunshine want to fill people with fear of doing anything that might save people's lives, that might save people's identity. Here recently in the town where I live, of about 45,000 people, I don't think you could find anybody hardly in this town that wasn't aware of this man that was recently killed. I had met him and talked with him once through a friend of mine at work where he worked. Really nice guy, young man. He became a school teacher, and some of his childhood friends, one of his childhood friends, kidnapped him from his house, him and another guy. Went to the ATMs, got all his money out. Luckily, they had cameras at these ATMs, but if they had the advanced iris scan and all, there wouldn't have been any question as to who was using his cards. And, I'm sure evil men in the future will try to find ways around even the more modern systems of identification. But Christians are really bad about trying to say they're rolling out the mark of the beast and making all governments of the world evil, and with one thing on their mind, and that's to destroy people. That's foolishness. It's a bad way to look at things. When your Bible tells you that the kingdom of Jesus Christ would expand and would never end, and of the advancement of his kingdoms. Look at the advancements in the world because of technologies. And the world has got to the point where people do commerce through cards, numbers, even online identity, and it's become easier for criminals to steal people's identity and steal their money. To me, I see these things as a way of protecting people, not harming people. Read a little history about Nero and what was going on in that first century, what John of Revelation was warning his fellow Christians of things that were to surely take place. Don't go by newspaper exegesis the way most Christians do today. I think it's leading you down the wrong path. They're throwing stumbling blocks into people's paths, filling people with fear. Just another way that they can control people through fear. Sister Sunshine herself made a video similar to that. They want you to fear hell. They want you to fear that the world is fixing to end. They want you to fear this alleged supernatural being, Satan. They want you to fear government protection. The government's not going to be interested in what I'm doing 24 hours a day. I have chose to use checks, credit cards, even though I'm broke most of the time. If they want to track me at what I'm doing, I'm not guilty of doing anything. I would never say my government is just going to use my DNA to frame me for something. I would never say my government's going to see what I'm purchasing and throw me in jail for it. I'm not afraid of cameras set up in different places that can prevent criminals from getting away with crimes. So don't, because somebody here on YouTube that's very popular among Christians and likes to argue with atheists, just because she says something, you don't have to take it as truth. Look into things for yourself. See what might be the truth, rather than just take somebody's word for terrible things that they want you to fear so that they can have power over you in some wicked form. Peace, love, justice, understanding, music, and friends.